we are back with Sunday Socks 2025, the bulky socks, and this is from Clearwater Knits.
Today on CJ's Knits, we are going to follow the Clearwater Knits men's bulky socks pattern from Irene Woods. This was copyrighted in 1997, and I have her permission to use her pattern to demonstrate these socks. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is to actually read the pattern so that we understand it. So, here we go. Clearwater Knits, men's bulky socks, knitted flat with a side seam. Materials required: approximately 8 ounces of 4-ply knitting worsted weight yarn. The gauge is 5 stitches and 7 rows for every inch. The tension, approximately 3, or whatever is necessary to obtain gauge. There are several different bulky and chunky machines. Each of them will require a different tension dial setting. Start at tension 3 and adjust up or down as needed. Deep breath. This one needs a ribber, by the way. For the cuff, bring forward 45 needles and arrange in knit 1, purl 1 ribbing, tension 0, 0. Make zigzag row, hang comb and weights, knit 3 circular rows, tension 1, 1, or as tight as the machine will knit without floating stitches. Row count 0, 0, 0. Knit even to row count 18. Transfer all stitches to main bed. Breathe. Leg. Tension 3. Decrease 1 stitch. 44 stitches remain. You should have 22 left and 22 right. Knit even to row count 70. I think that's including the 18 for a 12-inch long sock. Adjust here as desired, but make note if you change the number of rows. For the heel, row count 0, 0, tension 2, carriage on the right. Place all stitches left of center to hold position. Set carriage to hold. We're going to be doing heel shaping. Bring first needle next to the carriage out to hold position, knit 1 row. Repeat from, it says star, 11 more times. You will have 10 stitches remain in working position, and the carriage will be on the right. Manually knit the first hold position stitch next to the carriage. There are now 11 stitches in working position. Push first holding stitch on side opposite of carriage back to upper working position, knit 1 row. Repeat from, says 2 stars, until all heel stitches are back in working position. Keep heel section well weighted to prevent drop stitches. It also helps to pull down on the point of the needle with a non-knitting hand. Okay, that's going to be fun. Take a breath. For the foot, go back to tension 3. Row count 0, 0, 0. Knit even to row count 49. 4 foot length, 10.5 or 11 inches, approximately. It's a men's shoe size 8 to 10. Note, this is only an average row count length. Different brands of yarn and different dye lots have different amounts of stretch and may be necessary to adjust the length by several rows, either more or less. I find it easier to knit 1 sock, baste it together, and try it on the recipient to check length. After the number of rows is actually used between heel and toe shaping, wait a minute, not after, it's alter the number of rows actually used between the heel and toe shaping, and make a note. Be prepared to do this with every change of yarn. or live with slightly different sizes of socks. For the toe, work as for the heel, but decrease until only 6 stitches remain. When all stitches are back in working position, remove each side separately on waist yarn. Kitchener stitch or graft the toe stitches. Whip stitch the side seam, taking just the outside loop stitch for a flat seam. For the second sock, begin heel after row count 71 with carriage on the left to reverse the placement of the side seam. Heel and toe will be worked on the left side rather than the right side. And it says this is a pattern I wrote for machine knitting classes in 1979. It was uploaded to the original Clearwater Knits website and it was copyrighted only in 1997. So thank you, Irene. We will look forward to doing this sock in the next couple hours. Okay, we are ready to knit this sock. So the first thing we need is to bring forward 45 needles. So 20 and 20 is 40. So that's 40 plus 2 plus 3 is 45. And then we put them into 1 by 1 configuration. Bring up the alternate on the ribber. Whoop. Sorry, babe. Here. My bad. Now, I'm going to use the same yarn I did for the coat, so we're just going to use this fluffy white. One second, please. Okay, we are going to use tension 0, 0. We're going to clip this yarn, reset our row counter, take a deep breath, and now we're going to go across. And now I have to find a short, bulky comb. Whoops. Well, that was exciting. All right. Now we go in. Between the beds. We use a large weight on the left side, and then a large weight on the right, and one in the center. Now we need to set up for the circular. So part on the main bed, now you can't even see, and then we're going to go part to the left on the ribber. What else did she say? Tension 1 1. Tension 1 1. When we get towards the center, I'll show you the settings. Okay, so the ribber is going part going to the left, and the main bed says part going to the right. We're going to do 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. We're not changing the tension, but we are going to take it out of part. So everything's in N and N. Well, normal knitting. Resetting our row counter again. Deep breath. 18 rows. Sorry. Okay, we finished all 18 rows. Now, what do our instructions say? Transfer all the stitches to the main bed. Okie dokie. Once I have these all transferred up, I'm going to remove the ribber so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. So, I'm going to pause, transfer, and remove the ribber. Okay, I'm now putting the sinker plate on my carriage. Bring the carriage closer. I'm going to move the camera. Okay, you can see the carriage now. I'm putting in my yarn, blocking the door. Tension is currently at 1, it's going up to 3. That is the major difference. Now, we need to decrease 1 stitch. So which one's got 3? While the left side's got 3, we're going to decrease it 1 stitch. You can't even see. Okay, so we're decreasing 1 stitch. I took 2 so that I don't have a lot of bulk on the end. There you go, all decreased. Now, instructions say, knit even to row count 70. At no point does it say to reset the row counter to 000, so we are just going to continue, which I'm okay with. So, tension 3, knitting across, 2 row 70. Everything looks good, weight's good. There's really nothing spectacular to see right now, so I'm just going to move the camera up. Okay, here we go. This is 52. Definitely going to go to 7. deep breath time. We're now at row 70. It says now to reset the row counter to all zeros. Okay. So, tension 2. Okay, we just did tension 2. Place all the stitches left of center into E position. Set carriage to hold position. Bring first needle next to carriage out to hold position. Knit 1 row. Repeat 11 more times. Okay. So that's cool. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. This is 10. Okay. I need some extra weights. I prefer this kind of weight. And this kind of weight on this side. And then I have one more of these things. Okay, now we will count. How many stitches do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We need to do this one more time. So that one we just brought out, knitting across. And now this one. Let's read. 10 stitches remain in working position, and the carriage is on the right. Okay, carriage is on the right. Manually knit the first hold position stitch next to the carriage. Okay. Manually knit. Oh, that is hard. Come on, babe. Okay, we are knitted. I put that into D position, it's just easier. Push first holding stitch on side opposite carriage back to upper working position. Okay, so that's D. Knit 1 row. Okay. Repeat from star to double star until the heel stitches are back in working position. Huh. Well, okay. Manually knit the first hold position stitch to the carriage. There are now 11 stitches. Push the first holding stitch on the side opposite the carriage to upper working position. Knit 1 row. Okay. Now, Irene's not wrapping. I prefer to do wrapping because otherwise you get holes. So we're just going to change it up just a little bit. We're going to wrap that one and then push this one back. Wrap it, push it back. Wrap it. Wrap it. Wrap it. Push that one back. Wrap it. Push this one back. Wrap it. And push this one back. Now, to me, that's a better heel. Okay. Now we take another breath. Row count to 0, 0, 0s. Tension back up to 3. We are now going to knit 49 rows. Oh, take your carriage out of hold. Okay, so here we go, 49 rows. There's one. That's better. Really? My goodness. Bad yarn. Okay, I am on the opposite side where I should be. Why am I on the opposite side? Did I miss a stitch? Row? Okay, well, we're going to knit one more extra row. Okay, so carriage, hold, tension, 2. Now, everything in the left into hold, carriage side, hold, bring up your weights to the center, you'll be moving them up as you need to. We're now going to knit across. Until we only have 6 in hold. I mean, in working position. Okay, you can see that it's bunching up. Move up your end weights. And one in the center. Being naughty. All right, how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you're worried about those not knitting off, bring them to D position. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Knitting across. Okay. I wonder if she didn't mean to say that I'm supposed to knit that off and then bring it back. Seems like an odd thing to do, though. Maybe I'm just not understanding what she meant. It does not make any sense to me. Let's see if I can't weigh that down from in behind. You see here, we have a nice big hole formed by that stitch. That's just weird. I don't know. I don't get it. See, now I'm one short. I don't think that knitting that one to begin with is a good idea. I think there's something wrong with that instruction. Seems off to me. All right, so now this one is not a good stitch because it has the loop still on it. So I'm just going to leave it, and then I'll bring in my waste yarn and we'll remove it on waste yarn and graft it. Well, actually, I'm going to knit across and finish the center one, and then we will take it off. This gives me a center place to sew it from. Okay, deep breath, take it out of hold, tension up to 10, and knit across. Okay, that's probably enough. I'm just going to latch tool it, and then we'll come back. All right, I'm just going to remove all the extra weights. And then finish latch tooling. No reason to struggle. Okay, we'll come back. Okay, so here we have our sock. Oh, of course. Let me just move my needles out of my way. Okay, so we have heel to toe. Now I'm going to seam these up and we'll see what we've got. Okay, so how am I grafting? Well, smiles and frowns. Forward, back. Of course, it's tangled now. One step forward, one step back. One step forward, one step back. Forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward. You even see that? Forward and back. The idea is to have as little bulk as possible over the toe. sure that you release the twist. I'm watching it. Forward and back. Forward, back. Forward, back to that one, into the end stitch, back to the second last stitch, into the end stitch, back to the end stitch, of course, and then back to the end stitch. Tighten it up because you've got some loose spots. So I'm just going to work my way back with my needle, and I'm just going to tighten these all up to make them all even. Okay, now we remove our waste yarn. This is where this went. So if I snip this one, I should be able to also snip this one. This one right here. Pull on the long ones here, long ones here, and it disconnects. Now, after about a wash, you won't be able to see that toe graft at all. And this is the heel. Looks pretty good. I'm now just going to sew the side seam and then we'll come back.
So here we are, a very cool bulky sock.